Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. We're going to take a look at a verbal reasoning type question today that we like to call synonyms. Let's take a look. Right, so let's take a look at an example to see what our technique is to solve this question type. We are given two sets of brackets with 3 words in each. It's our job to pick the 2 words that are the closest in meaning. That's what synonym means. Synonyms are 2 words that mean the same thing. For example, big and huge, they both mean the same thing. They are synonyms. So let's take a look at our example here and hopefully unravel the traps and tricks as we go through that we need to try and avoid. So as always, we're working systematically. Take the first word from the first pair of brackets, office. Then go to your second pair of brackets and see if you can find any word that means the same as office. Let's take a look. Office and rock, definitely not. They don't mean the same thing. Office and work. Now you work in an office. These 2 words definitely go together. And this is the first trick that we'll see in these question types. Does office mean the same as work? The answer is no. They are words that go together. We'll see a lot of children go straight in and go, office and work is the right answer, but it's not. We're looking for words that mean the same thing, not just words that often go together. You do work in an office, but they are not synonyms. So we must keep going. Office and eat, absolutely not. That does not mean the same thing. So we know that our answer does not include office. So then working systematically, fork will come next. Let's take a look at fork. Does fork mean the same thing as rock? No. Does fork mean the same thing as work? No. Does fork mean the same thing as eat? Now hopefully at home you're shouting no. It doesn't mean the same thing. We might associate a fork with eating, but do those words mean the same thing? Absolutely not. So eat cannot work either. Therefore it is not fork. So it's not office, it's not fork. It must be stone. Let's work out which word from the other bracket means stone. You may have spotted it already. Does stone mean the same thing as rock? Yes. We don't even have to check the rest. We know that a stone is the same as a rock. We put these 2 down and we get a mark in our test. Okay, so example number 2 is on the screen now, and this one's going to focus on a different trick they can play, other than just 2 words that often go together but don't mean the same thing. The trick we're looking at now are homophones, words which sound the same but have different meanings and even sometimes different spellings. Let's take a look at the first word in the first bracket, alter. Now this alter on the board means to change something, ER at the end. If you alter something, you change it. But when reading it quickly, we might think of the altar at the front of a church. And now straight away our brains might be thinking of the wrong connection to make, because that altar, if we look in the second bracket, does actually tend to go with priest. You might think of altar and priest as 2 words that go together. It's almost like a double trick. Not only do these 2 words go together but don't actually mean the same thing, they're also a homophone and it's the wrong definition of alter. So there can be many layers to the tricks they try to put in. So working systematically, let's go back to alter, which we know means change in this spelling. Does sink mean change? No. Does priest mean change? No, we're going to avoid that trick. Does knock mean change? No. So it can't be alter. Okay, tap. Let's go to tap, the second word in the first set of brackets. Tap has more than one meaning. The first thing I think of when I see tap is the one in the sink that lets water out, a tap. But it also means to tap something, like this, the action, the verb, to tap. Now we must bear this in mind when we're looking for a synonym. We have to think of both options. So let's look at sink. Well, we find a tap in a sink, but does it mean the same thing? No, another double trick. It does not mean the same thing. So sink does not go with tap. Tap and priest, that one doesn't go together at all, so we can skip over that one. Tap and knock. Well, let's think about it. Does knock mean the thing which lets water out into our sink? No, but we can't move on yet. We need to check. Does knock mean the same as this tap? It does. So this is where we need to be really careful that we think of the homophones, those words with more than one meaning, because our answer for this question is indeed tap and knock. They are the 2 words closest in meaning. They both mean the same thing. As always, we've got an example question for you to work out at home. Use all the techniques I've talked about, see if you can find the 2 words that are closest in meaning, and let us know in the comments section down below if you think you've got an answer. So as always, thank you for watching, and we really hope that these videos help you to move quickly through questions, accurately, and to avoid those nasty tricks. Think of the homophones, think of those words that go together but don't necessarily mean the same thing. If you found this video useful, do give it a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos and content coming in the future. See you next time.